According to Randy Cage, you do not create your future, you create your habits, and your habits create your future. And according to best-selling author Jim Rohn, your level of success can hardly exceed your level of personal development. As far as I'm concerned, capacity building and personal development in general is one of the most underrated concepts of all time. There are millions of youths out there, especially in Africa, that are roaming the street, living a life of poverty and mediocrity that they do not deserve because they depend on formal education. For these youths, or for these individuals, their greatest asset is the certificate they got from the university. What a shame. These people depend on formal education, an education that ends when you finish school. When you finish school is actually when you need more education, because now you're about to face life. You need a different kind of education that can help you to face real life challenges. And this kind of education is called self-education. Self-education never ends. It is about you building yourself. When you look at the list of the most successful people in the world, their greatest secret is not formal education or a certificate. Their secret is self-education. So self-education gives you the real life skills required to solve real life problems. We're talking about mindset development, mastering the greatest asset God has given to you, which is your mind. The poor people are slaves to their minds. The rich people or the successful folks out there, they are masters of their minds. We're talking about emotional intelligence, because money is emotional. You have to know how to master your emotions. All right, talking about financial literacy, you've got to know how money works, otherwise you'll be a slave to money all your life. This is self-education. We're talking about communication skills, public speaking. According to Les Brown, when you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. It doesn't matter how talented you are or how gifted you are. If you don't have good communication skills, you will not be able to even get married, because you cannot communicate. You cannot even sell yourself to your life partner. That's why communication skills is so essential. We have people skills, the psychology of human beings. How can you get anybody to do anything? This is self-education. We're talking about winners' habits, those habits of success. There are habits that will lead you only to failure. So if your habits include laziness, procrastination, comfort zone, addicted to social media, jumping from WhatsApp, Instagram to Facebook, back to WhatsApp again, addiction to sleep, Netflix, if these are your daily habits, your village people don't need to waste time on your matter, because you're already programming yourself for a life of mediocrity and failure. Because these things I've mentioned, they're called enemies of success. And so when you see what the successful folks out there are doing, they're focusing instead on building consistency, building discipline. They're focused on training, they're focused on reading, anything that is going to build their mind. And so these are habits of success. And so we talk about winners' habits. These things are not taught in school, but this is what we call self-education. And for me, the two greatest self-education that you can have is consistency and discipline. If you look at the most successful folks out there, the richest folks out there, if you will, whatever success means to you, two things that they all have is discipline and consistency. Now, if you look at the low achievers, most of the low achievers, most of the poor people out there, two things they lack is discipline and consistency. These things are not taught in school. This is why you should never joke with capacity building and personal development, because it doesn't matter how anointed you are or how gifted you are or everything God has willed for you to be in this life. If you don't build a capacity, if you don't build discipline, consistency, you are going to die in mediocrity, die in poverty, even though you are the most anointed person in the world. Another very important education that is not taught in school is time management, because our greatest asset is our time. How you spend your time is what has brought you to where you are. The rich people invest their time in high leverage activities, while the poor folks invest their time in low leverage activities. And so how you choose to spend your time eventually is who you become. Listen guys, I am that guy. I was born in one of the poorest villages in the whole of Nigeria. I spent my entire early years selling. Up till the age of 16, I was selling on the street. Every morning I would go sell before I go to school, and every evening I'm off to the street again to go and sell just to support family. This is the condition I was bettered into. But capacity building changed everything for me. I spent my entire 20s building capacities. Once I managed to get to the university, from within the age of 20 to 30, I was able to learn how to sing, learn how to play the guitar. I was able to learn 4 international languages. Today I speak fluently French, English, Italian, and Spanish. I can't even begin to tell you what capacity building has done for me, guys. Thanks to these languages I speak today, I'm the official interpreter of the Italian embassy here in Abuja. I have interpreted in countless French embassies here in Abuja and beyond. I have also been honored by the Edo State government as an international guest during a meeting with some of the top government officials from Italy to come and sensitize women on sex trafficking in Benin City. I can go on and on. I have built businesses, I have trained thousands of leaders all over the world, public speakers in different countries, different continents of the world, organizing conferences. I have traveled to different countries of the world. Thanks to capacity building, I have had lots of adventures, not just learning languages, but doing exploits I never imagined I could do in my entire lifetime. I have also built a reputation for myself as a renowned international MC, where I have MC'd with some very big names internationally. Some of my co-MCs have actually been broadcasters from CNN.
I'm beyond excited to be here, but I'm not here alone tonight. The other side of the world, that is Casey from Abuja, Nigeria.
Hi, Helen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Because I can guarantee you, we're about to take you on a ride that is unforgettable, on a ride that is going to change the course of your life. Helen, I am excited, I am expectant, and I cannot wait to listen to everything we have in store tonight.
Well, yes, Casey, we have been waiting for this moment almost 6 months, yes?
Why am I sharing all of this with you? It's not to brag about my achievements. I mean, it's to share with you. Look at my background. Up to 16, I was selling on the street. I studied English language, guys, in the University of Abuja. I could have, been comfortable with studying English in university, but I went beyond that to build so many capacities. And for me, the greatest capacity I have built in my life is consistency and discipline, because that pushes me every single day. Even right now, I know that I'm just beginning. I'm just in chapter 1.0. But when you build discipline, build consistency, when you build capacity, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Even if you don't have any talent whatsoever, building capacity is going to help you, open you up to a world that you never imagined could belong to you. When I was young, I never imagined that I could achieve any form of success because I felt limited by the kind of family I was born into. But that's what capacity building can do for you. And that is why I invite you sincerely to come and be a part of Becoming the Greatest You Academy. We help people to become the best version of themselves. We help you to acquire the daily habits, the routines, the mindset, and the belief system of the most successful people in the world. Even if you are a chronic procrastinator, if you are a hopelessly lazy person, come to Becoming the Greatest You Academy. We're going to transform your lives. Our dream is to build trainers in every city of the world. Not just trainers that will come here to earn themselves lots of money. Our most important interest is to build some of the best public speakers, some of the best leaders, the most disciplined, the most consistent, the most amazing people all over the world. We want to build a community of people that are willing to change their lives and to change the world. And so if your dream is to become the best version of yourself, if it is your dream to build your capacity and realize your highest potential, becoming the greatest, the happiest, and the most unstoppable version of yourself, I welcome you to Becoming the Greatest You Academy. I will see you at the top.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you specially to this presentation organized by the Greatest You Academy. BGY Academy is the #1 personal development, skill acquisition, youth empowerment, leadership, and public speaking platform in the whole of Africa. And its mission is simple: to help you become the absolute best version of you. Or I would say to help you become all God wants you to be. In the words of Jim Rohn, your success can hardly exceed your personal development, because success is not something that you pursue. Success is something that you attract as a result of the person that you have become. BGY Academy is not that academy that only develops you or helps you to build financially. BGY Academy helps you to develop financially, helps you to develop spiritually, mentally, and also physically. And so in the words of Randy Cage, if you build you cannot build your future. If you build your habits will build your future. If you build a healthy discipline habit, then you will have a healthy discipline future. If you build a lazy, lousy habit, you get to have a lazy, lousy future. As it is now, I don't believe any one of us here want to build a lazy, lousy future. And that is what BGY is here to do for us. BGY is here to help you get rid of all the enemies of success and empower you with the right skills, the right routines, and the right attitudes that of the best and the most successful people in the world. And so, for that reason, if this is the reason why you are here today to be part of this program, you're most welcome, because you need to put yourself in a very in a learning mode. Get your paper and pen, because there will be much you're going to learn and hear today that will change the trajectory of your life. So without much ado, we'll be going straight to today's presentation. And we are so sorry. The MC of this occasion had some little connection problems, so I had to take it up from there. And I am as well the presenter of this occasion. My name is Izuma Thomas. Well, I don't know what to say if I'm supposed to introduce myself, but I'll just introduce myself as a mother of 3 kids. I'm an administrator, I'm a diplomat, and I am a BGY lead team, presentation team, and the president of BGY Abuja. Okay, I think I've been helped there. And so I'll go straight to today's presentation. I want to say to you, do not allow toxic people create a space or rent a space in your head. Raise your rent very high and kick them out. This is a quote from Robert Tew. Now, I'd like to share a story with you before I go straight into the presentation. 2 years ago, I found myself in two difficult decisions, where I needed to run a program in a location that was a little bit far, not just a little, was very far from my place of residence. And so I got to the place and I had an encounter with a longtime childhood friend. I was so excited when I saw her, and she was so excited, and we had exchanged pleasantry. We're so happy, and I told her my reason for being in that location. And I needed a place to stay because my residence was very far from that location. And for me to be able to be successful in that program, I needed that help. Rather than her helping and yielding to my request, she opted that I moved into her house, and her house was very spacious enough to accommodate me for the time of the program. I was laid back to that offer because I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend my time during the time of the program in another person's house. So I took my time to take a proper thought of it, and I did some consultations with my friends. Most of them suggested it wasn't a bad idea. After all, it was going to help me save some money and probably get a company. And while some suggested that I should be there for the time being while I got a better place for myself. However, I bought the offer. I eventually moved into her house. 2 weeks after I moved into her house, I discovered that I had made the mistake of my life, because I discovered that I had to deal with toxic people. A lot of negativity came with it. You wouldn't even imagine the kind of things I had to deal with. Even the purpose of moving there was almost defeated, because I hardly ever had time for myself. I was faced with the option of taking all the baggage of all the traumas they had passed through in the past. And they would spend lots and lots of time, talking about this negativity, and they were exhuming a lot of negative energy. Being the nice person that I was, I had to offer my shoulder for them to lean on. However, a lot of things didn't go down well with me. When it was time to take my exams, I found out that I hardly ever had time to read. I will have to wait for them till 12 midnight for them to go to bed before I'll have access to my books to read from 1 o'clock till 5 a.m. in the morning. At 5 a.m., I will take a nap for 1 hour, and at 6 o'clock, I will dress up and head to school to make up for the reading. And that was how I was able to pull through the season of my exams. Few weeks after that, I got an apartment, and I was able to move into my own apartment. Yes, I was happy because it was a breath of fresh air for me. 1 year, 6 months, it was payback time. The decision I took 2 years ago held me in mental slavery. I had to pay back because she showed up with her kids, and requested that she needed to be at my place because her life and the life of her children were threatened. Looking at how she opened up her doors to me, when I needed it, I felt obligated, and I felt that I needed to offer her the same favor. And so they eventually moved into my house, and the negativity, continued. In fact, it was more intense. At every sense of provocation, she threatened that she was going to leave my house if I don't put things in order, especially when she had to deal with my neighbors. There were a lot of things that I went through, but eventually I saw myself in a kind of mental slavery, not until I came in contact with BGY Academy. When I joined the BGY Academy, I realized what I found myself into was mental slavery, and I didn't owe anyone any obligation with my life. I began to follow the habits of self-development and all the things that I was offered to do in BGY Academy, the routine, the exercises, and all that. At that time, they never understood my routine anymore. They began to wonder what has changed in her, and that created a lot of distance between I and these people, and began to cause conflict. And that's what led to the camel's back breaking. The first presentation I had with BGY Academy, I asked them, I told them I was sorry they couldn't take the front door because I was having a virtual meeting. Unfortunately, they took offense, and they said I insulted them by telling them to pass through the back door of my house, in a house they have spent 3 months already in. They felt they were not used to taking the back door. Of course, I didn't respond to them. I continued with my virtual meeting, and after the meeting, I called to find out where they were, and they said that they had left because I insulted them. Well, I was fed up, and I told them, suit yourself anyway. I think that's the best decision for the both of us. Of course, the next day she came ranting like a mad woman, packed all her belongings in the house, and began to rain abuses on me, and to explain, and was telling me how wicked I was, and how I didn't take care of them properly. Well, I accepted my fate because I knew that was what the end was going to be. There was no amount of thing you're going to do to a toxic person that will make the person appreciative. And so that will lead us to the topic of today. I want to share with you, why are you attracted to toxic people? First, I want to welcome my audience. I am very glad, and I'm super excited to be here to have this conversation with you, because I know you want to make an impact. I know you want to make an impact. I said this because you could be doing some other things with your time. You could probably be watching movies. This is weekend, and you could find time resting for the weekend, but you made out time to show up. And for that reason, I'm highly appreciative, and I welcome you especially to today's presentation. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to BGY Academy that has given me this platform to make this presentation. I also want to say thank you to my coach, Coach Casey, who have invested this much trust in me to deliver on this presentation. And so as we go straight into the presentation, I would like to discuss who is a toxic person. Before we find out what makes us attracted to a toxic person, we want to first of all find out who a toxic person is. A toxic person is one who gives out negative energy to whoever he deals with and upsets you in return. A toxic person is very manipulative. A toxic person is someone who has this ownership mentality. A toxic person is, most times, toxic people are already undergoing a lot of trauma and issues already that they are dealing with. So when you come in contact with them, you are forced to deal with those issues alongside. And at the end of the day, the more you stay closer to a toxic person, you become more toxic. And so this will lead us, and you can find toxic people everywhere. You can find them in your communities. You can find them at the place of work. You can find them in your spiritual gatherings. You can find them in your neighborhood. Toxic people are everywhere, so you're bound to come in contact with one. Now let's find out, why are you so attracted to a toxic person? Why is it that people leave one toxic relationship and find themselves in another toxic relationship? You need to ask yourself that question. You could be the one. You could be the reason why these people keep coming around you. Number one reason why you are attracted to a toxic person is because you are really, really very easygoing. Naturally, toxic people get attracted to easygoing people because they are peacemakers. They are very kind. And so they look at that aspect of their life as a weakness. And that is the opportunity the toxic person uses against that person. If you belong to this category, I will encourage you to have a discerning attitude, they have a discerning mindset, to be able to find out the intent of people when you meet them. Don't be quick to accept offers, because most times toxic people come very gentle and nice because they don't want to show the other part of them. The second reason why you could be attracted to a toxic person is that you listen to understand people. Once you have that listening ability, people tend to come to you and dump their baggage on you. A toxic person is very selfish, so they can spend 2 hours and 3 hours of your time trying to unravel a lot of negativities around them. They don't care how you feel, and they don't take care how much time they have stolen from you. If you belong to that category, I will encourage you to learn how to define the time you want to spend with these people. Whenever you know you want to come in contact with a toxic person, define the time you intend to spend with him or her. Strategize an exit mode so that if the opportunity comes, our advice, confidently use it, because they are going to end up taking the best productive time of your day. The third reason why you could be attracted to a toxic person is that you're a problem solver. There are people who just believe that everything has to be fixed. They are good at fixing the broken pieces of people. They even believe that they have the ability to fix a toxic person. Well, you just have to come to the awareness that not everything can be fixed. There are things you just have to let go. What should be most important to you is how to protect your mental health. Because the more you get attached to this toxic person, you are going to find yourself even more toxic. So you just have to let it be. If anyone will have to fix it, let the professionals do the work. The fourth reason why you could be attracted to a toxic person is because you are too generous. Generosity is a good attribute, it's a characteristic that everyone will want to have. But you see, generosity is something that attracts toxicity, because they believe that whenever they come to you, you do not have laid down boundaries. Maybe you're generous with your resources, your skills, or your time. Whatever generosity you are expressing at that moment, without boundaries, you're bound to be taken advantage of. And so I'll advise you, rather than being stuffed with negativity, rather than being stuffed with bitterness and resentment, it is best you establish your boundaries. It's best you let them, you begin to define yourself and how you want to live. It might not go down very well with them, but I believe they are going to have to deal with it. The fifth reason why you could be attracted to a toxic person is because you are the kind of person who has this human nature that is overly positive. There are people who just believe, they just want to be very positive, which is a very good attribute. Positivity is a good thing. But there are people who don't believe that there are negative people here on earth. So they believe they can deal with every kind of human being. And when even friends and family begin to identify toxic people around them, they don't get to understand, because they believe they can change the person. If you belong to this category, it means you have very high level tolerance for toxicity. And I will encourage you, you learn how to detach yourself from toxic people, because if you don't learn this, and if you don't get the awareness that some people are just toxic, you have to deal with negative relationship almost all your life, and that can ruin your destiny forever. The sixth reason why you could be attracted to a toxic person is because you are honest in all your dreams. You are trusting and honest. You just believe that everyone means well for you. And so you get to share your dreams with just any Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes your way. Well, sharing your dreams and visions with a toxic person is not something you should consider, because toxic people tend to give up on their dreams very easily. And so if you don't detach yourself from them, you get to share every plan and purpose that you have for your life. And what they're going to do is discourage you, because it will be a thing of joy for them to see you fail in whatever you do. They are not advocates for success. They think about themselves only, and they are very selfish. Having said that, I believe we now know what toxicity is all about and how to deal with toxic people. If you feel you have a toxic person in your life, I would like you to comment in the chat and tell us how toxic the person has been to you. And so I would like to end this presentation by saying the lesser you respond to toxic people, the more powerful you become. That is a quote from Robert Bain Jr. Thank you for this conversation. And so this is the time. Thank you for listening to me. This is the time that we all have been waiting for. And I lack words to introduce this person that is about to come up on stage. He is he is a linguist. He speaks 3 or 4 different languages: Spanish, French, Italian, and English. He is the present translator in the Italian embassy. He's the most sought after French translator in Nigeria. I would like to invite our coach, one of us, our person, the firebrand coach of Becoming the Greatest You Academy, the founder and the main Oga Patapata of this academy, the one that is making the fire burn. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome our coach, KC Sunshine.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening. It's so good to see all of you. So good to, wow, Lady Easy. What a beautiful presentation. Can we please put our hands together? Can we show her some love on the chat? Can we, I don't know how you're going to express yourself, but you just have to. You cannot listen. It is a crime to listen to that kind of presentation and not express your gratitude. That was so deep. Less than 10 minutes, but it looks like I don't even have any job to do here tonight, Easy. You have said everything. And I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your diligence. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for who you are, because I know that you have had this topic for just about 3 days, and any other person could have gone to sleep. But I know that you have given yourself sleepless nights just because you want to honor me and because you want to make sure that this goes very well. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for all the love you put in this. Good evening to everybody. Good evening to everyone connected from different parts of the world, Nigeria, other African countries, different states of Nigeria. And good evening to everyone connected on the YouTube platform. Lady Easy has done such a beautiful, beautiful job tonight talking about the topic toxic people. And for those of you that are connecting for the very first time, that just saw our flyer and plugging in, we do this almost every 4 days, right? Becoming the Greatest You Academy, like she mentioned, is a capacity building academy, personal development, skill acquisition, youth empowerment, and everything that has to do with helping you become all that God wants you to be. And so every 4 days, we pick up a topic and we just inspire the world with it. And with the objective of getting this message all over the world, helping everyone out there, millions of persons become all that God wants them to be. When you come in contact with this academy, it is that day. For those of you coming for tonight, it is the day you say goodbye to all forms of limitations, everything limiting you. All right, so tonight we're talking about toxic people, and Lady Easy has done so much justice, and I'm just going to conclude based on what she has said. You know my definition of a toxic person? One of the easiest ways to define a toxic person is that a toxic person has a problem for every solution. Now begin to think very well. Do you know anyone in your life who has a solution, who has a problem for every solution? The person will never be there to bring solution. Whenever the person contributes, it's a problem. It's either they are complaining about a solution, or they are complaining about the solution to a solution, or they are complaining about a problem, or they are complaining about a problem to a problem to a problem. They are never on the side of solution. They always have a problem to every solution you bring. They are the ones that you are there cracking your brain, trying to think of what to do. How can we bring up a solution? How can, as you are bringing every solution, he or she is countering it. He or she is saying, okay, what if? They are the what ifs, always bringing the worst case scenarios. And so toxicity is expressed in different ways. I mean, she has said so much. But one of the easiest ways to find a toxic person is that they're always complaining, they're always negative, always toxic. They're always bringing problems for every solution. They're always running you from responsibility. They're always blaming other people for their problems. They're always claiming to be a victim. And guess what? Many toxic people are not even aware they are toxic. So let me attack some of you here. Some of you are here now looking at me, you're laughing, you're enjoying yourself. You might be the toxic person. And tonight is your deliverance. Yes or yes? So if you're connected on this call, whether you are a toxic person or it's your friends that are toxic, some people will be delivered tonight. So that when we deliver some, you can go and deliver the others. Yes or yes? Are we ready? So it's very easy. See, the line between toxicity and, not being toxic is so thin that it is so easy to be toxic, and you know. It's so easy. You can be toxic to your children. You can be toxic to your family without knowing. You can be toxic to your friends. See, and that level of toxicity, those people that they always know how to insult you. How do you call it now? There are people that know how to insult jokingly. They will never do it seriously, but they know how to insult. They know how to make you look terrible. You just finished spending 6 hours making your hair, and you come, the first comment they make is a joke in front of people, but they just kill your entire vibe. It's toxic. Most toxic people are very sarcastic, and so they do it jokingly. They're not serious about it. To tell you, there, sit down there, you that you don't know anything. It's toxic if you're used to saying that. Yes, toxicity comes in different levels. It comes in different ways. If you are someone that if you're someone you always make people feel less than they should feel, or you're someone else always makes you feel like you're not adequate, you're not enough. That's a toxic behavior. Whenever you don't feel comfortable around anybody, it's because the person is toxic. That is, whenever you're with someone, you're always feeling low self-esteem. You're always feeling like you're not good enough. You're always feeling like, like you're checking yourself. It's toxic. And guess what? This can happen between parents and children, between friends, between colleagues. The line between toxicity and not being toxic is so thin that it is easy to be toxic and not know it. If you're always putting people down, if you're always making people feel useless, let me tell you another level of toxicity. You will never celebrate people. Whenever you see someone doing well, everybody's celebrating. You are the one that will come and say, oh, he's doing well, because you always give a reason why they're doing well. Oh, I'm sure that happened because her husband is rich. Or I'm sure it's because her father just won the elections. You will never give credit where credit is to. That's toxic behavior. If you don't know a toxic person, they will never celebrate anybody's victory. They're the first to say the person is a Yahoo boy. Oh, this one, oh, show this woman, she bought a car. You don't know how many men she has slept in this Lagos. It's a toxic behavior. It's not your business how many men she has slept with. Just congratulate her. It's not your business. The law of karma will catch up with her if truly she has slept with men to get there. It's not your business. If you catch yourself always giving excuse of people's success, you are a toxic person. If you catch yourself always looking for a reason why someone is doing well, instead of just celebrating the person, simple, you're a toxic person. If you also catch yourself always giving excuses why you're not doing well, well, let me not finish this one, because it looks like every one of us will be toxic by the time we finish today. Toxic people always look for reasons why they're not doing well. Yet they always look for reasons why others are doing well. Oh, do you think if I had the opportunity and my husband is this, my husband is that, I'll be like this? My dear, I'm like this because I know we are married. I'm just managing myself. We are toxic. There are people who are in the level you are that are doing more than what you're doing, even less than you are. They're always, that's what, when I say victim mentality, they're always claiming victim, how life is unfair to them, how family is unfair, they're born into a poor family, everything is unfair to a toxic person. A toxic person is never wrong. Everyone is wrong. Hey, to catch a toxic person and admit that they are wrong, heaven has to come down. They will never admit that they're wrong. If you're here, you're listening to me, nobody can correct you. You're toxic. You are toxic. You are what? Toxic. If nobody can correct you. Every time you are wrong, excuse me, every time you are right. Even when it is clear that this is white, because you said it was black, you must lie and lie to maintain that black you said continues to be black, but it is white. Admit and say you're sorry. Toxic people never admit that they are wrong. They will never tell you sorry. For what? They want to hide, as in they want to keep face. Now let me tell you something. If you've not been listening to me, listen from now. Because I repeat, people are going to be delivered tonight. Now, some people are going to be delivered from toxicity. Then some people, most importantly, are going to be delivered from toxic relationships. If you want to change your life, If you dream of changing your life, if you want to become everything God has willed for you to be, the number one, the most important thing you must do, and usually the most difficult thing you must do, is to do an audit about the people in your life. Begin to let go of the losers, begin to let go of the drainers, begin to let go of all the toxic people, and then begin to add winners. Begin to multiply champions into your life. If you don't do this, you are telling God doesn't know what he's doing for giving you life. I repeat, before you talk about personal development, because personal development, in the midst of toxicity, you're wasting your time. Hello, they would drain you. Before you talk about BGY program, before you talk about discipline, consistency, before you talk about all the things we do here, the first thing you must do, if you love yourself, go and audit your life. Go and do what? Go and audit your life. The first thing you must do is to work on your cycle of influence. Because guess what? You are an average of the people you hang around with. You are an average of the people you spend time with. If you do not audit your life and intentionally decide who you spend your time with, you are intentionally you're programming mediocrity for your future. Because guess what? The closest people in your life, they affect the infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind, which is the most powerful force that decides where you're headed. When you begin to listen to people, when you begin to, some of you now, you've listened to me for only a couple of weeks, but you already begin to talk like me. Imagine you listen to me for 1 year, just 2 weeks. I want you to know the power of who you allow into your cycle. The people you are around in your cycle, the people you spend time with, I repeat, as you consistently listen to them and interact with them, after a while, you're going to begin to speak like them. You're going to begin to eat like them. You're going to begin to laugh like them. See, laugh. You laugh the way they laugh. You're going to begin to use certain idiosyncrasies that they use. You know what idiosyncrasies are? There are some people, everyone has their peculiar idiosyncrasies. If you listen to me most times, I will say yes or yes. I will say that's an idiosyncrasy. Amazing or amazing. There are people that there are certain things that they always say. Some of these things that they say are stupid. You don't even like it. But after a while, because you listen to them often, you're going to begin to say those things too. Oh God, let me give you a very typical example. How many of you here have heard a Nigeria song being released in Nigeria? And when this song came, you say, what nonsense is this? What is going on here? Which one is Nigeria Jaga Jaga? Which one is if I broke down my business? Am I confessing poverty into my future? You hate the song, you hate the lyrics. But guess what? When you enter into your car to go to work, the radio is playing it. When you stay in your house, your neighbor is playing it. When you go to the shopping complex, they're playing it. When you go for jogging on Saturday, they're playing it. Everywhere, if I broke down my business. And one day, you're in your house, you're washing clothes. And you're washing clothes, you start hearing yourself sing, if I broke down my business, I say, What am I singing? Oh, God. I wish you understand what I'm explaining to you. May God give you the wisdom. May God open your heart to understand what I'm explaining to you tonight. Because if you understand this, deliverance is coming to you immediately. See, the same example I just gave you now. Can you see the way the song has forced itself into the infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind? What it means is that without your permission, the song is now a part of who you are and who you are going to become. You caught yourself singing it. And guess what? As long as you're still in the same environment, you will still catch yourself singing it again. The same way, when you hang around toxic people, gradually you're going to become toxic. You cannot hang around a toxic person and not be toxic. After a while, you begin to lose your morals. You begin to lose your values. Things you could not do before you begin to do it. It's like someone who lives around where people smoke weed. And you say, I'm a responsible person. Oh, nobody can influence me. What nonsense from the pit of hell. You live around people that smoke weed, people that smoke, or people that prostitute. And I say, no, I was well. Even if you were well raised, it's only a matter of time. You will smoke the weed. You will prostitute with them. You will do those things with them. It doesn't matter if you're whatever kind of child you are. I know what I'm saying. I've seen examples like this. I've counseled people. I've got people that this was how it started. They went to school. Their parents didn't know what they were saying. They were living with boys that were smoking with university. And in the beginning, they felt that they couldn't be influenced. Well, long case cut short. Now they are so influenced that it is even affecting them more than the other people. The persons I'm talking about, guys, do not joke with who you let into your space. The singular most important thing you must do before anything, if you want to change your life, I said what? Audit your life. Let go of the losers. Let go of the drainers. Begin to multiply champions. Otherwise, nothing can save you. If you like, go to church, give your life to Christ, come back to the same environment. Christ will come out again. I know what I'm saying. Your environment, the people you let into your life. If you like, do BGY program for 6 months. As long as you're going back to these toxic people, these toxic relationships. Some of you are in relationships you don't have any business being in because of fear of being alone. Your boyfriend is beating you every day. He said, who will accept me if I leave him? People, it's not even the physical effect. Do you know what happens to you mentally and emotionally when you deal with toxic people? Do you know what happens? They drain you emotionally. They drain you mentally. They kill your self-esteem. One of the worst things that can happen to a man is to lose his self-esteem, or a woman. One of the worst things that can happen to anybody is to lose your self-esteem or to lose your self-confidence. That's what a toxic person does to you. They don't see anything good in you. They never say anything good about you. No matter what you do. If you want to succeed, Lady Judy, thank you. Audit your life. See, how many lives do you have? Lady Mojisola, are they 2 or 3? How many? It's only 1. Oh. And you want to use to fry akara. You want to joke with it. 1 life that you have. You want to say, if I talk back at them, if I do like this, they will leave me. And so what? Did they create you? That you think you cannot do without? Are they God? That door you are scared of closing is the same door that is stopping you from discovering the real door God is trying to open to you. That door you're scared of closing. Are they God? They left you, so what? Your life becomes miserable. Who told you that? They are not God. You only have 1 life. Don't joke with it. Don't joke. From tonight, go and audit your life. Because see, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, hey, the closest people in your life, think about the 5 closest to you, the 10 closest people to you. Let me tell you one secret. Wherever they are headed, that is where you are headed. Write it down. What did I say? Wherever they are headed, that is where you are headed. Think about where they will be in 5 years. That's where you will be. If it's prison yard, you'll be there. If it's poverty, you'll be there with them. Maybe just different locations. So you cannot joke. If you hang around with immoral people, you become immoral. If you hang around people with lack of integrity, you begin to lack integrity. If you hang around with people that are corrupt, you begin to lack to be corrupt. If you hang around with adulterers, you're going to become an adulterer as well. If you hang around a stupid person, you're going to become stupid. If you hang around gossip, hey, Chineke, the way you gossip, you will not know yourself again. You're an average of who you hang around with. See, it's not even the physical aspect. It is the mental aspect. These people, see, when I mean these people, every single person, right, you allow into your space is reprogramming your subconscious mind. It means that they are reprogramming your thinking pattern. They are reprogramming your decision-making pattern. They are reprogramming your choice pattern. How many of you have been here for up to 2 weeks? I want you to think about what I'm telling you now. Some of you have known me for just 2 weeks. Is anything changing in your life based on the fact that you have known me, you have been listening to me? Hello? Me that you're listening to. I am changing your thinking pattern. I am doing all these things to you. It is the exact same way that a toxic person is doing the same thing in a negative way. See, you cannot afford to be too friendly about who you let into your life, because everybody let into your life, you're letting them into your heart and in your mind, especially your mind. Remember, I told you one day when we were talking about consistency and discipline, I said, you can never be richer than the way you think. Your decision level, your decision making can never exceed your level of thinking. This topic is so important. Go and audit your life. Hey, and as you are auditing the life, Do not be scared to let go. Of course, I'm not asking you to get back, to get to them and tell them, I just attended a training now from Coach Casey and my life has to change, and call them, hey, your name is Mojisola. If I see my life again, don't call me. Coach Casey is actually edit my life, and I should let go of toxic. You are toxic. If you call me your life again, you are dead. That's not what I'm asking you to do. No. I didn't tell you to do that. Or you tell them, I've always known you since I know you. Or you always, no. That's not what I'm asking you to do. See, it is gradually you're going to be distancing yourself from them. Now, let me give you the first test, guys. Test number 1. I want to check the chat because I want to be seeing your responses. I want you to respond on the chat. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most amazing and 10 being the worst, among the 10 people in your life, the 10 closest person in your life, what position would you want to be? If you have 10 friends or 10 people that's in your circle of influence, let's say you are 10, which position would you like to be? 10 being the most amazing person in terms of maybe you would like to be the richest, the most awesome, the person with the most integrity, blah, 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 blah. Or you like to be 1. 1 mean the worst of your friends. I want to see your number on the chat. Put it there. Let's go fast. Okay, 10. Charles says 10. Paul Fache says 10. Yes. Okay, let's go fast. Yeah, Blessing says 10. Yes, Blessing says 10. Let's go fast. Keep it coming. Is only 7. Some people are beginning to say, this is what they are saying. 7, number 1. Okay, keep it coming. 1, 10. Yes, I'll take 3 more. 1. Voila. Okay, so we're going to do a debate now. One person is going to represent the club of people that said 10, and they tell us why they said 10. All right, and one person will represent those that said 1. So Tina is going to represent those that said 1, and let me see. So Tina, get ready. I'm going to meet now. Tina Oban is going to represent those that said 1, and Mogishola is going to represent those that said 10. So Lily Mogishola, I'm going to meet you now. Tell us why you would like to be the friend that is 10. Unmute yourself and speak to us. Yes, please, we can hear you. Oh, she's gone again. Okay, yes, go. We can hear you. Oh la la, we can't hear you. Sorry, we couldn't hear you. So let's give the floor. We couldn't hear you. I don't know why, but we couldn't hear you. I was hoping that this can go really, really fast. Okay. Who is ready to represent those that said 10? Okay, Mr. Charles. Voila. His network should be good. Mr. Charles, let's go. Let's go fast. My time is almost up.
Yeah, good evening, Coach.
Good evening.
Well, for me, first of all, I know I'm a born leader. I'm destined to be the greatest, and among or anywhere I am, even in my family.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
even as the last kid in the block in my family, I'm probably the most relevant at the moment. Not because I'm the richest or whatsoever. Not because I have all the money, but no decision is taken in my family without me.
Amazing.
And in church, in every garden I find myself, I'm always the most relevant. So I know that in a scale of 1 to 10,
you're going to be 10. Okay, fantastic. 10, Tina, are you
definitely
ready? Where is Tina? Where is she? I'm probably gonna have to, let me see. It looks like her camera is off, that's why I can't see her. Okay, Tina, unmute yourself, please. Oh, I was hoping that this could go really fast. She's unable to unmute. Is there anybody here who said 1? Among those that have your camera on? It would have been nice for me to hear those that said 1. Well, those that said 1, nobody's here to represent you. All of you have a camera off, which is already against our rule. So we are going to continue. Okay. Who wants to hear the truth? Who is ready? Okay. If no. Okay, Easy, yes. Easy said 1. Oh yeah, Easy. Unmute yourself and speak.
Okay, I said 1 because most times when you find a group of people, no matter how well they wish you, nobody wants you to be better than them.
Okay. That is why you think that if you have a group of friends and you're 10, you would like to be the one who is the worst among all of them. Is that correct?
What? No. Okay, I didn't understand.
You didn't understand. So you would like to be the best. That's 10 as well.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So guys, can we continue now? Now, let me tell you something. If you have a group of friends and you are 10 in your group of friends, in terms of amazing, awesome, you are in trouble. What did I say? You are in what? You are in trouble. In fact, you are doomed for failure. If you have a group of friends and you are the 10, since you are 10, what it means is that there are 9, there are 8, there are 7, there are 1s. All of them would drain you to their level. Are you listening to me? As a matter of fact, your dream should always be to be the least intelligent among a group of friends. Your dream should always be to be the least intelligent among those you surround yourself with. Imagine that my friends are Otedala, Dangote, hey, Barack Obama, hey. It's just a matter of time. Who gets my point? If you are the smartest person in the room, you're in trouble. If you are a leader and you are still the smartest in your entire team, you're also in trouble. You must surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, people that can do things that you cannot do, people that have skills you don't have. Yes or yes? That way, these people can lift you, you can learn from them. Because if you are the best, your learning stops. You cannot learn anything. You can't learn from anybody. Everybody's draining from your knowledge. Yes or yes? And they're bringing you down. You're going to see ego, arrogance, lack of learning attitude. So if in your circle of friends right now, you are the one everybody looks up to, what did I say? You need deliverance. Surround yourself with champions. Surround yourself with people that inspire you, people you want to be like, not people that want to be like you. Hello, hey, who understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying you don't have space to mentor. I'm not saying you don't have space for those that want to be like you, but more than those that want to be like you, surround yourself with those you want to be like. Otherwise, you are in trouble. You soon, whether you like it or not, you are going to come down to the level of those that are hanging around you. If you don't continue to upgrade yourself by having people around you that you look up to. Who has understood? Who gets the point? Who agrees with me? Voila. So it is very important that when you begin to build a circle of friends, when you begin to enter into that space where you want to really, really grow, begin to search for champions. Begin to search to associate yourself with people who you want to be like. Do not be the 10. Never agree to be 10. Even as I'm here, all of you call me the coach, you call me this, you call me that. You don't know the work I do before I come here. I can guarantee you. For me to consistently come here every week, every week, every 4 days I come here, have I ever failed to deliver? Most of you just knew me from nowhere. But whenever I come here, it doesn't matter what topic we pick. You come here, you're inspired. Do you think I would be able to be so influential if I only depend on the people I am teaching? When I leave here, you don't know what I do. When I leave here, you don't know who I hang out with, whether physically or online. You don't know. I don't sleep. I'm perpetually seeking for knowledge. I'm perpetually seeking to upgrade myself. When I live here, I go to Miles Monroe, I go to TJ Jakes, I go to Joel Osteen, I go to powerful people I want to be like. They don't know me, but I am immersed because guess what? What you consume consumes you. Who gets my point? So this is very important. Do not agree to be. I'm not saying that in your family you should now refuse to be the one everybody's coming to. That's not what I'm saying, because it's the family setting. Yes or yes? In the family, there's always that champion, like Mr. Charles said. There's nothing you can do about that. It's your family. You cannot go and look for new family in terms of blood family. Yes or yes? Okay. But in terms of friends, in terms of people you listen to, people that should influence you, do not agree to be that 10. Otherwise, you're in trouble. Okay. Test number 2. Who enjoyed test number 1? Who enjoyed? Who loved it? Who learned something? Fantastic. Test number 2. We're going to do it practically. Right now, as you're looking at to me right now, pick up your pen. In that paper I'm looking at, begin to write the 10 closest people in your life, the 10 people that you hang around with every day, people you listen to, people that inspire you, people, no, not inspire, let me leave inspire out of it. Write the 10 closest people. Write the 10 people you hang around with. If you cannot do 10, do 5. Oh yeah, let's go to dinner today, like my friend used to say. Are we going? Are we going? Whenever anybody hits 5, just raise your hand digitally, or you can write on the chat. Whenever anybody hits at least 5, write the 5 closest people that, like, these are people you interact with every day. Whether it's at place of work, whether it's at home, whether it's online, it can also be online. Maybe an online mentor, you know. But let us even leave that online first. Let's do physical. Aha, this is the question I've been expecting. Are we to include our family members? Of course. Okay, not the question. Yes, include your family. Before, you don't want to add your wife if you're if you're married. If you interact a lot with her, put her. The 5 or 10 closest persons in your life right now. The people you share your life with. That is, every day you're interacting with them. You're on the phone with them. You are gossiping with them. You are doing this with them. You are talking with them. You are above all, you are listening to them. Not even just talking. Tell those you listen to a lot. Okay, Blessing Afonja is done. Bum, 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 bum. Are we good? Are we done? This exercise is so hard. Some people don't know them. You know them. Don't lie to yourself. You cannot lie to yourself with this exercise. That person that used to come to your house and the only thing he does is to come and gossip with you, write her name. That one that only knows how, that will never come to introduce to business. That will only just be coming to tell you the next boy you push sugar and toast, or the next game you push sugar and toast, write his name. That one that will only offer you drinks, write the name. Take you to a bar to go and drink. After work, put the name there. Put the name. That one that the only thing that they do is to gossip with you, put the name. Today we are going to deliver people in this call. Someone says you don't have up to 10. No problem. Anita is done. Fantastic. Shall we continue? Okay. Now, honestly, it would have been. I want you to look at each of the names that you have written. In front of each of the names, begin to reflect on each of the names. How does this person influence me? These are the questions you're going to ask yourself. How does Mr. Charles influence me? How does Easy influence me? Is it positive or negative? Does this person always make me feel good or make me feel like I'm not good enough? Does this person always bring job opportunities to me or always just come to gossip about somebody? Does this person always come to me? Does this person always make me feel confident? You know, always tell me you can do it. Oh, you are the most amazing person. Is this the kind of influence they have on me? Or is this person always telling me you're useless? Nothing good can come out of you. Begin to think about each of this person. Now, the person who influences you positively, 100% you're sure, you can tick the person, tick in front of the person, tick the name. The person that puts you down, that makes you feel, you know, there are people that you leave, you talk to them, and once you leave them, you're down. Your energy just goes away, you're sad. They leave you, you can even see, you know, some people call you, you've not spoken to them. Just their call, you're seeing your phone ringing, just their name, your heart is beating. Hey! I said, your phone is just ringing, you're already feeling useless. People that make you feel bad, people that crush your self-esteem, people that cross their names. Do you understand this exercise? Is it clear or clear? It's clear. By the time you finish from this call, I want you to write more physical people than online. Write more physical people than online. Now, by the time we finish this call, decide to begin to go closer to the people on the list that you ticked, the ones that influence you. The people that don't have any value in your life. See, People come into your life and they do one of two things. Pay attention. Don't joke with what I'm about to say. Everybody in your life does one of two things. They either get you closer to who God wants you to be, or they get you farther away from who God wants you to be. One person can come to your life and ruin the rest 50 years of your life. Oh God, I know what I'm saying. One person, one relationship can ruin the entire, do you know everything God has planned for you? And one human being can come into your life, and for the rest of your life, everything begin to have meaning. You begin to move from one step to the other. Everything God wants you to do, you begin to do it. Just one human being, one. It doesn't have to even be a pastor. It doesn't even have to be a very special, extremely unique person. But one person can live your life and you get back on track to who God wants you to be. One person can live your life and you find your purpose. One person can live your life and you begin to go closer to your destiny. People in your life, everybody in your life does one of two things. They either get you closer to who God wants to be, or they take you farther away. Everyone in your life, you know them. You cannot lie to yourself. Nobody can lie to you. Yes or yes, you know. Everyone in your life who is taking you farther away from who God wants to be, begin to distance yourself from them. I repeat, don't go to them and say, one coach Casey from Abuja said, you are not valuable in my life. I don't need you. Please stop calling me. No, I didn't say that. That's not a strategy. Begin to distance yourself gradually. See, if you distance, over time, they will leave you alone. By the time they call you, you don't pick, they complain, and I'm sorry, I've just been busy. After a while, they will leave you. They can tell people that you're feeling pompous, no problem. Hey, feel pompous for your dream and for your future. Otherwise, you fry a car without future. 2 years, you don't even know what they will do to you. Begin to let go of them. You know all those baggages. These people are baggages. These people, they are unnecessary baggages, unnecessary luggages. Wait. You know when you're traveling, they will weigh. Are we together? There's a certain kilo that you can carry. You are carrying too much kilo. It is killing you. It's time for you to let go of all these luggages you're carrying. You don't need them. It's making things too heavy for you. It's making things not to work for you. People that come to you with gossip. People that make you feel bad. People that make you have low self-esteem. People that make you lose confidence. People that maltreat you. People that speak ill of you. People that put you down with their words sarcastically. It's time for you to let go of this unnecessary garbage. You don't need them. Begin to let in champions. Begin to make friends with those that inspire you. If there are people that are distant, call them. Hello, sir. Sorry, sir. I would like to be close to you, sir. Please, sir. Please, ma. You inspire me, ma. I know you mentor me, but I want to have a closer relationship with you, ma. Please, what do I have to do? I can guarantee you, most successful people are not what you think they are. You think they will tell you that they are busy. No, it's not true. Most people are waiting for those that will approach them like that. They will give you an assignment. Do it. Get back to them and tell them, I've done it, ma. They will give you again. You will earn their trust. They will give you another one, you will earn. And one day, you'll be dining on the same table with them. You'll be their friends. The same person who was so distant. They will introduce you to their friends. Hello. I said tonight we are delivering people. Yes or yes? Are we doing that already? Is anybody been delivered from a toxic relationship? Is anybody been delivered from what would my life be without this person? Your life will be fine. They will go, somebody else will come, and you'll be fine, you'll be better. If they don't go, you will never know what would have happened. And so because of time, I really wish I can go on. This is the conference I can do for 1 week. For those of you that know me, if you have known me for even a short while, you know, if he's talking, I don't have a problem. I can teach you for 10 hours, even standing, no problem. It is a calling. I don't have a problem with that. If you don't stop me, I won't stop. But for the sake of time, I don't want to abuse you. It's an online class. I'm just going to play a video. And please, before we watch this video, it's a 5-minute video. I want you to pick up your pen. If you come to a class like this and you've not been writing, you need deliverance. Yes or yes, that's a different level of deliverance. It's toxicity. It's a toxic behavior. So get your pen and paper. Take down every word you can, as in every word that is speaking to your heart from this video. And when we come back, we are going to round up with the BGY program. Don't go anywhere because we're just about to start. We have about 10 minutes to go, but this is the most important 10 minutes. Because you've not heard about BGY, you've not heard about what we do here. You're just in a nice training, but that's not why we are here. Enjoy.
It's easy to forget how blessed you are when you surround yourself with toxic people. It's easy to forget how capable you are, how kind you are, how good life is.
It's easy to forget all of your qualities when you surround yourself with the wrong people. It's easy to forget that you have a mind of your own, that you have choices, that your voice matters.
Show me your crew, and I'll show you your future. I'll show you your future, because your future is a reflection of what you allow in your life now.
Toxic people aren't necessarily evil people. They aren't necessarily bad people. They are usually not toxic to everyone. Sometimes they are just people that aren't good for you. Sometimes you're both just toxic for each other because you're not in alignment with each other.
How can you expect to associate with toxicity and not become toxic yourself? If you hang around people who are sick all the time, common sense will tell you it's only a matter of time before you get sick. That's what happens when you hang around the wrong people. They infect you with their negativity and they make you sick. They make you sick with negativity. They make you sick and tired. They make you sick of everything, including yourself and the life you're living.
If you want to advance your life and your friends don't, you have a choice to make. You can either choose to live a life according to your standards or live a life according to the standards of your friends.
If the people you are hanging around by choice are not making you better, they are making you worse. Make no mistake about that. The people around you should be making you feel better about life, no matter what is going on. Take a moment to think about all the people you spend the most time with. How are they making you feel?
This is your life. You set your standards. Here's some common sense math for you. Add some winners to your life. Subtract the drainers. And that will add up to a better life.
They say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So who are you spending the most time with? And do you want to be the average of those people? The average of their kindness? The average of their integrity? The average of their desire to improve? The average of who they are as complete human beings? Or can you do better? Do you know you are capable of better? Better emotions, higher expectations, better results? If so, it is time to make a change.
It is so much more than just the people you hang around. It's the books you read, the TV you watch or don't watch. It's the people you listen to, the things you choose to believe. Whatever you consume will consume you.
Whatever you allow in your life becomes your life.
You have to be ruthless with everything and everyone you allow in your life. If you're hanging with people who have no standards, you have no standards.
If you want to raise the level of your life, raise your standards and increase the quality of the people you spend your time with.
It is your choice. This is your life. You set the standards. It's okay to live a life they don't understand. It is okay to live a life your family doesn't understand. Your childhood friends don't understand. This is your life. It's not for them to understand. It's for you to thrive, to live to your fullest.
If you choose to hang around people with no morals, sooner or later, you'll have no morals. If you choose to hang around people with no respect, what does that say about you? If you choose to hang around people who are not nice to other people, what does that say about you? If you choose to hang around people who act in a way that is against your values, then you too are going against your values. If you choose to hang around with drifters, it's only a matter of time until you too will be drifting. If you are choosing to hang around people with no ambition and no desire to improve themselves, do you think you have any chance of improving yourself? You must choose better. You have to surround yourself with people who make you better. People who hold you to higher standards. People who actually have standards. People who are good people. I'm not saying this is going to be easy. It's one of the hardest decisions we have to make as human beings, choosing who to spend more time with, little time with, and no time with. But what would you prefer? A life spent people-pleasing, falling in line, never standing up for what you know is right for you, and therefore knowing that you will never live your fullest life, or standing up for yourself, standing up for your values and morals, and walking in whatever direction you know is right, regardless of whether anyone else is on that path or not. I want to go to my grave knowing I always did what was right, not what was easy, not what was most pleasing to the majority, not what fit in with everyone else's comfort. What is right? And that cannot happen if you are hanging around with low-value people. You cannot spend time with toxic people and expect to live a great life. You cannot spend the majority of your life with toxic people and expect to be happy.
Wake up! Choose people who hold you to a higher standard. Real people, honest people, genuine people, good people. Choose your crew. Don't settle like most people. Choose, and choose wisely.
It is your choice.
It is indeed your choice. Who has learned something? Who has learned something? Amazing. It's only one life, oh, it's not two. It is your choice. It is absolutely one life that we have, and we have to make that decision today. I wish this was a physical seminar where I can spend over 3 hours to talk about this. But I believe that we have done justice, okay? So this is the time where I share with you, for those of you that really, really want to become the best version of yourself. See, this is not the kind of video you watch once, I can guarantee you. This is something you have to watch over and over again. And thank God we are streaming live on YouTube. Just click on Kids Sunshine on YouTube, and you're going to get this video. Send it to all your friends. Send it to people, the young people that you know that you want, as in people whose lives you want to transform. Share with them. Let them watch this. Let them begin to understand how to avoid, how to deal with toxic people. And if you're a toxic person yourself as well, you have to also learn how to begin to change, because guess what? You can never become what God wants you to do. Nobody wants to hang around negative, coincidence in people. Nobody wants to hang around. It's impossible for you to be everything God wants to be if you're toxic. Because when you have a bad attitude, it's like a pregnant woman, you can never hide it. It's impossible. A negative attitude. See, makeup cannot hide negative attitude. New clothes, new car cannot hide negative attitude. It's impossible. There are levels you can never reach. You have a negative attitude. Become loving, become kind, become nice, give, love, share. Begin to let go of negativity. Begin to let go of toxicity. It doesn't help anybody. According to David Quast, the writer of The Magic of Thinking Big, a book I recommend strongly for you, he says that the attitude behind your brilliance is more important than your brilliance itself. Did you hear that? The attitude behind your brilliance, that is, no matter how brilliant you are, the attitude behind the brilliance is more important than the brilliance. A brilliant person without a good attitude is not heading anywhere. Have you seen people that are brilliant? Have you seen actors, actresses, they started well, they were good, and then after a while, they entered into drug, they became, have you seen people like that? Now, someone who is not brilliant, a person who is not very brilliant but has a good attitude, see, attitude will beat brilliance or intelligence 10 times over. I repeat, a good attitude will beat intelligence or brilliance 10 times over and over again. There are people that they are not there. People are speaking against them. Everyone is standing up for them. Have you seen things like that before? They're not in the room. People are speaking. No, Dave cannot do that. Or is it easy? No, easy cannot do that. Everyone is standing up for them. And then there are people that are in the room. They are there. They are always the ones trying to fight for themselves. Nobody's answering. Who do you want to be? That person everyone is fighting for when you're not in the room? Or that person who is always fighting alone? Nobody's there fighting for you. The difference is in the attitude. When you have a positive attitude to life, the whole world is fighting for you. You're not in the room. Everybody's fighting. Everybody's saying, no, Casey cannot do that. I know Casey. He's a man of honor. He's an honorable person. But when you don't have a good attitude, when anybody accuses you of anything, everyone will say, oh, it's not that one. He will do it. He can do it. Go and study the life of footballers. Should I give this example? There's no need. So that I won't hurt some fans of some footballers. See, when you are humble, when you have a good attitude, the whole world will fight for you. Take what I'm saying. Favor will locate you. Grace, everyone loves you. Everyone loves people with good attitude. Everyone loves people that are humble, people that are nice, easygoing. Nobody wants to hang around someone who is always complaining, always whining, always putting people down, bitter. Nobody wants to do that. And you get old very quickly. When you're 70, when you're 50, you're already looking like you're 80 because of all the bitterness in your heart. And it's easy for people like that to have cancer. Let go of bitterness. Let go of toxicity. Let go of negative attitude. Hey, God, my time is up. Okay, guys, let me share this with you. If you truly want to change your life, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you want to become everything God wants you to be, there are no two ways about it. This is the academy. Some of you are here for the first time, but in 1 hour training, look at what we have done. Imagine that you have the possibility of having trainings like this twice a week for the rest of your life. Just imagine. Just imagine. Not just from me, but from the crew of people like Izzy that we are training. She's just been here. She's less than 2 weeks here. And when she came here 2 weeks ago, I remember Dave was giving me a report that she said that she had never spoken anywhere, public speaking, blah, blah, blah. But in 2 weeks, she had never emceed, I beg your pardon. But in 2 weeks, did you guys hear what she gave today? Now, imagine 2 weeks of training has transformed someone like this. Imagine who she will be in 2 years. Can you not say that in the next, not even 2 years, in the next 6 months, I'll be sending her to the UK to go and organize BGI conference or sending her to another state. And this can happen to every one of you here as long as you're ready and willing to grow. A day will come, we will send you go to Lagos, you go to this state, you go to this country, go and organize a BGI conference. You are coming, people are receiving you in the airport. You are living your dream. You are in a hall, 5,000 persons connected physically, 10,000 persons online. That's the dream. And if you want to begin this journey, these trainings are just 0.1% for those of you that are in the BGI program. The program you need to do is the BGI program. It is a program that will rehabilitate, as in every form of toxicity inside of you begins to let it go one by one. Every negative self-limiting beliefs or mindset you have, whether you're lazy, procrastinating, whatever thing you have that is stopping you from becoming everything God wants to be, the BGI program is going to help you do that. When you now begin to acquire all the skills we have here, in a space of 2 weeks in this program, it can be like Lady Easy. I have requested for them to add me to her forum because I want to personally follow her up. She has now become my friend. And that's what happens when you are committed to success. I didn't know her from anywhere, but because of her commitment, look at the way she's. I'm going to use her a lot because, I mean, it's a relationship. All of you here have known me. None of you know me for up to a month. It's a very new relationship. It's a new academy. What a privilege to be among the founding fathers. Imagine where we are going, guys. Just imagine. This is just virtual. Just imagine where we are headed in 2 years. So here is how it works. So where are we? I have to go fast. So the BGI program. So I just need 5 more minutes from you, and we're going to round up. So there are 2 most important aspects to this BGI program. There is the capacity building aspect, and then there is the skill acquisition. Okay, I think this is the skill acquisition. You have the possibility of acquiring all the skills here, over 25 skills, public speaking, entrepreneurship, and all the rest of that. I think there should be, entrepreneurship, mindset development, including 21st century skills like content creation, information marketing, foreign languages. I mean, we all heard Lily Mojili last week, who said in 10 days of learning French, she's now speaking more French than all the years she had learned before. We have all these skills here. You can learn them just by being a part of the academy. All right, there is the capacity building as well. What the capacity building part does is to help you let go of all these things on your screen. This is the part where you take a screenshot, right? These are the things you're going to use to market BGI to those you're speaking to. You let go of all of these things on your screen through the BGI capacity building program, all right? And you become a new person. This is the goal of the BGI capacity building program, to help you become this person on your screen. Goal-driven, disciplined, consistent, goal-oriented, focused, action taker, all these things on your screen, all right? And then we'll also have BGI for children. The exact same thing we'll do for adults, we'll do for children as well. Help them build capacity. We are trying to raise godly children. Let's catch them young. One of the greatest gifts you can give to your children is the gift of BGI. I know what I'm saying. I'm in some of their forums and I'm amazed every day at what God is doing in their lives. All right. And when you put all that together, permit me, guys, just 2 minutes. Let's listen to these testimonies from BGI members from all over the world.
BGY has helped me become 10 times better than the person I used to be. I used to be someone who doesn't like to read, someone who has struggled with consistency, someone who is very emotional. But with BGY, all of these traits are long gone. I now love to read so much. I've been diligent in my routines, and my self-confidence has really improved too. BGY taught me self-discipline, which is key to a successful life. Thanks to BGY, my new habits have earned me respect, reward, appraisals from friends, colleagues, and even random strangers. I am now so committed to developing myself and intentionally creating the kind of life and future I desire. Thanks to the leadership of this wonderful platform for their many contributions to ensure that lives are changed and the world becomes a better place. Thank you.
Prior to joining the BGY program, I struggled with keeping up with a routine for longer than 2 weeks. As soon as 2 weeks is approaching, I usually get tired and stop whatever new habits I'm trying to form. But ever since I joined, I've been able to stick to what I've been doing for about 90 days, which has shown a remarkable progress in my level of consistency and discipline as a person. Another thing I couldn't do before joining the BGY program was start and finish a book. I have finished over 6 books since I joined the BGY program. This is a remarkable testimony.
77 days of consistency with my daily exercises, 77 days of consistency with daily acts of love, visualization, meditation. I've been able to achieve a whole lot. I've been able to stop and eradicate procrastination in my life. I've been able to become accountable in terms of my finances. And to kind of have read 4 books in 77 days. I've not been an adamant reader now, but BGY community has made me become very consistent with my daily reading. I've become closer to God in terms of my morning devotion, and I want to say everything. I've been transformed.
My name is Agatha Ukugwere, and I'm speaking from London, United Kingdom. I used to be that woman that buy loads of books and only read chapter 1 and 2, and that's it. I used to be lazy in carrying out my exercise in the morning, find it difficult to wake up as early as 4 to carry out my daily routine. I used to procrastinate a lot. I would say BGY community has impacted my life greatly.
I joined BGY less than 40 days ago, and I can tell you for free that I have a better life. I'm renewed, I'm reborn. BGY has given me a sense of purpose. I wake up every day with so much zest for life, energy. That's what BGY can do for you. It gives you a sense of purpose. I no longer just drift. I'm focused.
Once I joined BGY, what happened for me was I gained accountability that helped me grow my consistency. I began reading books. I started waking up early by 5 a.m. I joined the 5 a.m. clubbers again. I started reading my books. I started taking out time to pursue my goals. I was able to manage the time that I had. And what that did for me was it transformed how I started seeing life because I began to feel fulfilled. On top of that, I started a business because I began to take stock of how I spent my time. So why should you join BGY? You should join BGY because every great person knows that taking responsibility for your life is the way to greatness.
Becoming the Greatest You Academy has helped me to become a better version of myself. I wake up every day with purpose. After I wake up, I arrange my bed, I pray, I do my positive affirmations, which help me build my self-confidence. Next, I journal and I set my goals for the day. Thanks to BGY Academy, I now read amazing personal development books every day and I still have time to play. The BGY monthly speech presentation helps me to build my communication skill. And the 3 acts of love every day helps me to be a kind person. I'm always happy and I love the person I'm becoming. I am grateful to my parents for enrolling me at Becoming the Greatest You Academy.
Okay, so those are very amazing testimonies from BGY members from all over the world. You can see it was both for adults and also for children. All right, so you can do a screenshot of this. We ran a promo last month that has ended. So this is a standard for those of you that have been asking for all the different packages. This is the standard, so you can take a screenshot right now that you can share with your friends and family. So these are the several registration packages for adults in Nigeria. There's a basic, BGY basic, which is 3,000 naira monthly, all right, which covers all the capacity building courses. You're eligible to one skill that you're going to choose. Of course, the people here are not eligible to the partnership program, and the monthly, the partnership commission for these people is 1,000 naira. The BGY standard is 6,000 naira monthly. The commission is 2,000. These people are eligible for the capacity building course, every single one of it, eligible to learn 5 different skills, and also eligible for the partnership program. And then, of course, there's the VIP, BGY VIP, which is 15,000 naira per month. You can do all the capacity building, eligible to all the 25 skills and more, eligible to the partnership program, front row in BGY events, and one-on-one access, of course, to Coach Casey if you're in the VIP version. 5,000 naira commission for each person. This commission simply mean that, of course, our strategy of letting this all over the world is by partnering with people. Okay, so as you bring people into the academy share, its bonuses with you, in the sense that if you have someone coming in the VIP, for instance, every single person, BGY takes 10,000, you take 5,000 naira, and then it's every month, not just once. So if you have over 50%, that's over 250K per month for you. Excuse me. All right. So this is the package for the children. The children, there's the basic, which is 5,000 naira monthly, 15 commission. And then there is the children VIP, also 15K monthly and 5,000 naira commission. You can take a screenshot and read more about it later. And for those in Europe, we have a couple of persons in Europe, USA, and Canada. It's $20 monthly for $5 commission. So in all of these European countries, USA, Canada, that's how it works, whether it's for children or for adults. And this is the process. So take a screenshot of this process. It's very important. This is how you get to BGY. All right, you just choose your package and then you send your your fee that is attached to your package to this number, to this account number. When you do that, you send your proof of payment to that number there, that's the BGY admin, and then they will give you an instruction. There's a team, an entire team, they'll give you an instruction on what next to do. Now, if you have challenges with any of these, maybe you're not able to send the money to the bank, there are challenges, you want some more information on the packages, whatever, just send your message to that number there, 0818-641-0327. Ask all your questions about registrations and they'll put you through. So, ladies and gentlemen, who has enjoyed today's session? Who has learned something? Who has been transformed? Usually I like to get people to speak, but we are already very late. Maybe I'll take just one person. Maybe I'll take one person. Lady Mojisala, you want to speak? Maybe I'll take one person to summarize on behalf of everyone how today's training has gone, because I also want to be inspired by your sharing. I want to know if truly I have delivered what I wanted to share with you today. So we're going to listen to Lady Moji. I'm seeing her hand up digitally. You can unmute, ma. About today. The rest of you can write on the chat how you feel about today's session.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Thank you very much for another impactful session tonight. I'm really excited and I'm very thankful for everything we have learned today. Everything we are doing in this academy shows that there is no limit to your knowledge. And no matter how much you think you know, you must always know that there's always something new that you can learn from anybody at any time. And I think this is what this academy represents. A simple topic like toxic people, you will imagine that what else you want to talk about it. But I am very impressed with what Lady Izuma has presented here tonight. She has given us a very insightful view of toxicity, and how you can avoid it. And I was jotting down every single point because everything she has said today is going forward and we will be passing it on to everybody that is in my sphere of interest. So it's very nice to listen to people speak with so much passion, with so much knowledge, with so much depth about a topic that seems so simple. We all come across toxic people every day. Some of us have them in our families. Some of them come across them at work every day. We have to deal with them. I particularly have had to deal with a very toxic person at my place of work, who is just a gatekeeper, and she will not allow me to take my car into the parking space. You know, but I told myself I was not going to bring myself down to her level. And I raised my class, I raised my standard. And these are some of the things that we need to teach people daily. They will help us in our daily lives, in the way we relate with other people, and the way we transmit our value to all those around us. So I want to urge everybody on this platform, please, when you come here, come with your pen and paper. There is always a lot to learn and a lot to transmit. And everything that you have learned here tonight, pass it on and imbibe them in your daily activities, in your daily thinking, in your daily chores, whatever you are doing, try to apply, because it's application that makes you a better person. And this is the biggest part of becoming the biggest you. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Coach Casey.
Amazing, amazing. Always so nice to listen to you, Lady Mojisala. Thank you for that insightful sharing. I want to say that I want to end by saying thank you so much to all of you guys. Thank you, Izzy. And Ene, I don't know where Ene is. Lady Ene was meant to be our MC. I think that's her name, yeah? That's the name that was forwarded to me. I think she had network challenges. Don't worry, we'll give you another opportunity, okay? But I want you all to learn a lot from what Lady Izzy did tonight. She came here to be the speaker of the day. The MC was not here, but look at the way she stepped in so professionally. I wouldn't even notice any glitch. you have earned another level of respect. I mean, you've been earning my respect, but that's a new level that you have earned today. And I want to congratulate you because I like to work with smart people like this, smart people that, when people bring value into your life, you want to hang around them. And that's what she is. I'll continuously edify you like this because I want others to emulate what you're doing. You're here in less than 2 years. Look at the way you're growing. Look at the things you're doing. It is something that's available to everybody, every single person. All right. So thank you so much, Lady Easy, for that fantastic sharing. Your perspective was so amazing. All right. So we are trying to build BGY clubs in different cities of the world. So if you have the capacity, you can meet the BGY admin, you can meet Lady Easy, and she's going to guide you. All right. We're already trying to launch a BGY club in Abuja. We are hoping we can get over 500 persons in the hall next month to launch the first BGY club. Eventually, we're going to have over 10 or 20. Now, if you're in a city, you're in Lagos, you're in Maiduguri. Why is Maiduguri coming to my head? You're in Lagos, you're in whatever state, and you want to start a BGY club there. It's important that you reach out, get the criteria, very, very strict criteria. If you meet them, then we can guide you to launch BGY there. The way to launch it is by helping you use sponsored ads to gather as many persons as possible into a location, and then we can organize a BGY presentation. And eventually, we're going to have BGY conferences with myself over there and with other BGY leaders that we are building. I want to thank you all so much for being such an astonishing audience tonight. A bird will never learn to fly until the day it leaves its nest and reach for the sky. Maybe it's time for you to leave your nest of that toxic relationship right now and begin to reach for everything God has willed for you to be. It's time for you to leave the nest of complaining, the nest of procrastination, nest of laziness, the nest of being in this level that you know that you have outgrown. You know that this is not where God wants you to be. I dare you tonight to leave that level. Do an audit of your life. Let go of all the losers and doiners. Begin to invite more winners into your life. And I can guarantee that if you do that, you're going to begin to unleash new versions of yourself that will attract everything that God has willed for you to be. I love you all. Another day is coming on Tuesday, and it's going to be another day that you're not even going to. Every day is going to be a different day. Just as Tuesday and today is Saturday. On Tuesday, we're going to have another very inspiring session, and we're going to have another speaker for that day. We're just going to come here to pour out value because we know that every good thing flows where value exists. We don't care about the money. We don't care yet about all the good things that come out of this. We're just caring about giving the value because we know the more we give the value, God is watching. God is going to continue to bless our efforts, continue to build us as an academy and take us to where we want to be. We are humble about where we are. We know we are very small. It's a humble beginning, but we know that one day the whole world is going to hear us. The whole world is going to see what we are doing, and we're going to be celebrated. I love you all. Have a beautiful night rest, and see you on Tuesday. Merci beaucoup, et Dieu vous bénisse. Let me see if I can unmute all of you so that I can hear your voices. Voila. Merci, 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 merci. Thank you, blessing. Thank you, God bless you. Thank you, Bumi, Lady Cheesy. Thank you, Kyria. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Everybody, I love you all, and we are definitely going to see again. Thank you, thank you.